Tried to gloss these lips up before the live started, but you caught me. So happy Wednesday. I hope y'all's week is going well and come get comfy. We got a lot to talk about. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before we get started so you can get notified. So you can get notified. So you can get notifications and get notified every time that I'm live. So you can come hang out with me. All right. Here's what we are going to talk about today. Guess who is getting engaged in a 10-city tour? Yes, Meredith Marks. Get your bathtubs ready nationwide because she might be coming to a city near you. We're going to keep it in the world of Salt Lake City housewives. Talk about Mary Cosby on not knowing other housewives' names. And just kind of want to talk about Mary's, place in this current press tour for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiere. We're also going to hit on Taylor Frankie Paul announced as the Bachelorette, and when are we going to get a housewife as a Bachelorette? Also, there's been a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City sneak peek floating around, and if you haven't seen it, I'm going to tell you what you can expect. All right, so let's get started. Up first, Meredith Marks, baby, run the hot bathwater because she might be coming to a city near you. That's what I said. Meredith is going out on a 10-city DJ tour. Yes, it just was announced today, actually. And the tour is called, what was it called? I need to find the Naughty and Ice tour. That's what I needed to make sure I got it right. The Naughty and Ice tour. Ticket prices begin at $25 and for a GA, $149 for a VIP, and then there's a $189 for another VIP tier. I'm going to read off the cities Meredith's coming to. If you're interested, West Hollywood, kind of the perfect place to kick it off. Then she's hitting Scottsdale, Salt Lake City, San Diego, Palm Springs, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York City, Cambridge, Massachusetts, another one in Cambridge, and then she's headed out and wrapping up in Chicago. This ranges from October the 2nd, Thursday, October the 2nd, so she kicks off in less than a month, y'all. And she runs all the way right up until Christmas, December the 20th. So let me know. Would you go see a Meredith Marks DJ show? There's not a housewife like experience or event or product that I would ever be 100% not interested in engaging with. You see what I did there? Like, I love a celebrity branded product. There is not a licensing deal or product creation of her own of Kim Kardashian's that I have not purchased over the years, regardless of whether I had the money to do it or not. I had all the perfumes. I had not just because I loved the process and the idea of a celebrity creating a product and all that stuff. And saying all that to say, as the years have gone on, it's so interesting to see how housewives specifically leverage this platform that they have to make some more coin. For example, Luann. She's like, there's no telling what Luann makes annually now just from performing. And, I've gone to see Luann. I've had a blast. Think about otherwise. Look at Bethany with, all the food products, the alcohol products. I'm not even a Bethany fan, but she used to have these little sparkling waters back in the day and these little chocolate truffles that I would do bad things for. Okay. Yeah, so I love testing it out, going and seeing what, the event's all about, and, just kind of continuing to celebrate the housewives. So let me know if you are going and what city you think you're going to go to. I would love to be able to hit one. I have no idea. Of course, she ain't coming nowhere near me. She said absolutely not. Anywhere from Virginia to Florida is not happening. And, so looks like I might just have to be getting on a plane to go see her. And if you're wondering why Meredith Marks' DJ set, if you missed it, she has launched this new DJ era career of her own. And she played a lot of Pride festivals over the summer. I know she played West Hollywood. I think we talked about it here whenever that first video of her went viral, with she looked like she had the sore shoulder. I said, oh, baby, be careful there, So, I didn't know really where this was going, but it looks like she really had intentions of creating a spot for her in this space. So congrats, Meredith. And again, I will be trying my best to come see you. Somebody else I'm excited to see all over this Real Housewives of Salt Lake City press promo tour as we gear up for the season premiere next week is Mary Cosby. And, look, I know Mary has obviously fans on both ends of the spectrum in regards to supporting or not supporting or understanding or not understanding her personal story. I have adored Mary since she came on. I think that to me it was always obvious there were so many layers of a story of a person there that would take years to get to know. And it seemed, I remember, I believe it was last season, everyone said it was like Mary really came to play. Like Mary was like really bringing it. And I think, she was comfortable and willing to, kind of be vulnerable in that space with the cameras and stuff. And so the Bravo watch party, they have these watch parties for some of the season premieres now. They did one for Salt Lake City this week. It was in New York, Tuesday night. I believe Meredith was there. I can't remember if Lisa Barlow was there, but I know that Mary was there. And it just seems that they're really, really, leaning into Mary being like a big figure on the show. And like, I love just seeing that she's one of, sometimes it's like, it's always Heather Gay out doing the promo and Lisa Barlow. And it's just nice to see Mary's out here doing, the like New York, Good Morning New York interviews. She's at the Bravo watch parties. I even saw a tweet where people were just talking about how lovely she was and like really being able to sit and like have a conversation with her. So I just want to give Mary her flowers. I love her. And also, she looked absolutely incredible at that watch party. It's like she's one of those housewives that it's like she just like looks better and better every season. So I'm gonna need her to send Jesus after me if that's what it takes, is to look like that, And I also want to say, BravoCon, we are essentially 2 months away from BravoCon. Where is 2025 gone? But I love being at BravoCon to see other fans and other content creators and just people in this space. Like, yes, seeing the housewives and stuff is thrilling, but I really do get more pleasure out of just like engaging with my people, and it is exciting that this year going into BravoCon, I have someone that I'm like, I have to meet her because this is her first year there. And even if it was her 18th year there, I just love Mary that much. I cannot wait to somehow meet Mary at BravoCon. I know I'm going to be with Vicky, like working and stuff, but it's got to happen. And I want Mary and Vicky to also meet. So, but hands down, Mary is my number one get this year at BravoCon as far as getting to meet and engage. I actually don't know if there's even anybody outside of Mary that I'm like, it's got to happen. I don't think there is. Maybe Galena, because I do love me some McBee Dynasty now. I talked to y'all about that on Monday. Also, yes, tell me, since we last talked on Monday, did anybody go watch McBee Dynasty? Are you a real friend, soulmate, sister to me? You know what I mean? But yeah, it is so good. So I would love to see Galena there. I would love to see Mary Cosby there. And yeah, you might, if you happen to be in the room whenever that happens, you might see yours truly fangirl out, which doesn't happen much often anymore. It's been a long time since I fangirled. Like my roommate and bestie back in Los Angeles, Brittany, bless her heart, she used to get so embarrassed with me when we would like meet people or like celebrities. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. She's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, don't even look my way. I don't want them to know I'm with you. I'm like, well, why are we? What's the point of liking these people and getting excited if you're just going to run the opposite direction if you happen to run into them in a Rouse? Like, at least wave and smile. I think you cause more attention doing this number, Lord. Let's talk about, we're going to step outside the Bravo sphere a little bit. Let's talk about the Bachelorette. They announced the new Bachelorette this week. I believe it is going to be season like 28 or something. So isn't that crazy how many seasons these shows go on for? But they have announced that Taylor, Frankie Paul from the Mormon Lives of the Morning Wives is going to be on the Bachelorette this season. She's 31. She's got 3 babies. And people are loving it. I mean, I've been looking at like some of the comments and stuff online, and it for a lot of veteran viewers, there's a lot of, mentioning of the word revitalize and give the franchise life again. And so I don't know if that was maybe something that was like needed to be done and known it needed to be done across the board. But it seems that it is a big discussion, and that a lot of people either believe that she's going to be able to do it or they don't believe that. But at the same time, no one can deny, how like insanely popular the Mormon Wives have become over the year, the last couple of years. I mean, they're already filming, I think, like season 3 or something. So it's interesting though, too, like the space that we're in reality TV. I remember years ago, and before like Ultimate Girls Trip ever happened, like I remember Andy when he got asked like, oh, they're ever going to be like a Housewives like crossover show. And I feel like one time he said that will be something that we do towards the end. Like that's something that you do when there's nothing left. And perhaps that was correct at the time. What people want changes, what works changes, trends change. But we obviously did see that, with Ultimate Girls Trip, as short-lived as it was. But there are, even things like Below Deck, when we're seeing like a little crossover with Salt Lake City this year. But saying all that to say, it's interesting to be watching now in a space where there is a fourth wall there. We're watching a TV show, but we're at the same time, we are invested in a real person's life and watching them literally hot program to program, and it's interesting too. I believe so. The Bachelorette is ABC, Disney, Hulu. It's all the same thing. So very curious, was this something that was maybe a possibility in the pipeline this whole time? Was this something that just came out of nowhere? But saying all that to say, it's interesting to see this space where, all these projects are blending, and I'm going to need the Bravo sphere to blend with the reality dating space. Like, yes, we had Love Hotel. Cool. Awesome. Love that for y'all. But if we can have her jump to the Bachelorette, why can't we just also have, yes, it might be competing networks. We're not going to talk about that. But why can't we have one of our Housewives ladies maybe do the Golden Bachelorette? Right? Like, who's single now that would be perfect for it? Like Ashley Darby would be amazing. I would love to watch Ashley, but I just think it would be awesome. And it would, in the sense where we were just talking about how Andy said back in the day, it would be something that they considered towards the end whenever, they really needed to make things happen. What a great way to make things happen. What a great way to possibly invite in a whole new group of viewers that weren't necessarily hanging with us, So I think it would be awesome. And I would love to see that. And quite possibly be a smart move for them too. Also, y'all, we're less than a week away, 6 sleeps away from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiere. Again, I have mentioned that there is a screener going around, but yours truly is watching the sneak peeks right along with you and waiting for that premiere too. All right. But anyway, Bravo released a little sneak peek, and it shows the first little cast gathering is put together by Mary and Angie. Number one, we're off to a great start with that. Okay. And they have an RV. Who can just anybody drive an RV? I thought you had to have a special license, like a school bus driving license. Like, they're huge. But Angie was driving it, so I need to know if they made Angie go get her school bus driving license. Am I dreaming this up? Like, I don't think that I could just go drive an RV. I have been driving for 15, 16 years. If you put me in an RV, we're not making it out of the parking lot. One of the big ones, So they're in an RV, okay? And I think the ladies, they thought they were going glamping-ish, but producers had a different story. And they send them to what looks like, it reminds me of this Junkyard. Speaking of school buses, I can't believe I'm thinking. There was literally a junkyard on the way to my elementary school, Cedar Ridge Elementary, in Low Gap, North Carolina. And literally the place where these women are parking this RV and sleeping that night looks like the junkyard that I used to pass on the school bus ride to school every day. Okay. And look, I will say this. It's funny. It's funny. Like, it's like a 2.5 minute preview. I watched it. I was, giggling out loud in my kitchen by myself, like, hee hee. But it's obviously produced. Yes, we know we're here to watch what wonderful content this amazing team of producers have created. Yes, we need you to not insult our intelligence, but you got to blend it a little bit. It just felt like it was so obvious that this was such a setup. Like, even Mary was like, I don't know how my name got attached to this. She said, this is not me. That was her, I think, telling producers, like, next time y'all want to say Mary's planning a lunch, an outing, an overnight trip, a vacation, run that shit by me, because this ain't it. The junkyard ain't it. Okay. But yeah, if those first 2 minutes of that we've seen are any indication of what the season will be prepared for giggles, And I was talking earlier about the Bravo watch party where they aired the episode for like the Bravo insiders and stuff. And I saw a tweet, I think it was Brooke Ashley, that said 10 out of 10, buckle up. And I saw some other tweets too that just said, like, fire emojis, the like big eye emojis. Like, I remember seeing somebody was like sweating. And then they said also even though I saw a tweet that said, even though Lisa isn't in the premiere, she was kind of talked about a lot. So I saw that there was a lot of talk about it being good, funny, and a lot of Lisa focused conversations despite her not being there. And junkyards. Let's look at, what else you can look forward to in that Salt Lake City sneak peek? We've got a top 10 confessional look of all time. All time. I refuse to hear otherwise. And it goes to Angie K. She's wearing this like baby powder blue number with a bow the size of Texas. And she's just, the hair looks amazing. It's not, high body count hair by any means. It's definitely like medium fair body count, like gave up being, the hoe days before the number got too high count hair. Beautiful look. Like, obviously we see confessional looks all the time where it's like, damn, she looks good. I saw this look both in the clip and someone posted screenshots of all the confessional looks so far. And both times I literally stopped because I was like, I just love that. Yes. You know what? It's almost like Angie K's good at this Housewives thing. They got her center snowflake, center cast photo. Just saying, she knows what she's doing. Anyway, I am very, very excited for our girls to be back. I am not excited for a junkyard, but if I were going to a junkyard with anybody, I would only accept going there with the Housewives of Salt Lake City in an RV. Okay, driven by school bus driver Angie K. Oh my gosh. All right, let me look back and see what y'all had to say. KM, Meredith DJing is so much better than Summer House. Kyle's DJing. I'll take Meredith any day. I want to know, because I feel like too, like, didn't Dorinda like DJ like 1 or 2 nights one time? And I'm wondering if this is going to be now a new avenue that a lot of housewives forge, Will we see other housewives DJs? I'm not sure who else could pull that off, like no other housewives could really pull off the cabaret thing that Lou has done. Maybe Meredith is the Lou of Housewives DJ. She's the only one that can pull it off. We'll see. It would be so fun to go in Salt Lake City. All the housewives will probably be there. Oh, I know. Oh, the show, Meredith's show in Salt Lake City. Yes. And I was thinking the same for, what was the other, there was one other city I saw that I was like, oh, I bet a lot of people will be there. Let me see. Which one was it? Well, Chicago, it'll just be fun because that's her hometown show. Yeah, and then New York, obviously. There's no telling who all will be there. Probably all the Next Gen people too. Maybe even Teresa will go. Who knows? But I would like to go to the West Hollywood show too, because maybe some of the Beverly Hills ladies will be there. That'd be fun. Maybe I should try to make that. Who knows? I am going to LA in a couple weeks to see Vicky. We're doing something really exciting. Yeah, let's see. Housewives of Salt Lake City ever jumps the shark, they can grab all the ladies from Mormon. Listen, I mean, the casting is already done for them, you know? And what is it about Salt Lake or just Utah being the reality television gold mine for casting, you know? Kudos to them. Whoever pulled that off, you know, who found that little gem, you know, who would have thought? All right, everybody. Well, guess what? Next time I see y'all, we'll be gearing up for the weekend. So, woohoo for that. I hope the week is being good to you. And I hope that by the next time I see you, we got even some more good, messy goss to talk about. Or maybe another Housewives DJ tour. Who knows? You never know what these women are going to throw away. But yes, always be sure to subscribe so you get notified every time that I'm live, so you can come hang out with me and Kiki and talk. And yeah, we do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. And so I will see you right back here, same time on Friday. Pesos, y'all.